Good morning, good evening, dear friends, men and women of goodwill. I salute each and every one of you. Just a very quick one. I greet you all for always being there, and I salute each and every one of you for what you are doing for Biafra, for standing tall, standing shoulder to shoulder with Simon Eba and Joko, our Prime Minister, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. I greet each and every one of you in the name of Elohim. This evening, this day, the holy day of Mazen Nnamdi Kukano, the day that the Biafrans sets aside to make their voice and make their concerns known to the international community and those that cares to know that they have opted out from the terrorist state of Nigeria, that they're no longer interested in anything that has to do with contraption, that they're no longer interested with anything that has to do with terrorism. This is the stand and the declaration the Biafrans are making every Monday sit at home. And that is the order that came from the decks of the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Eba Njoko, and for the Biafrans to showcase their readiness in leaving the terrorist camp. Everyone observes sit at home every Monday to showcase their readiness and the unconditional release of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kukano. So I salute you, Biafrans, men and women of goodwill, those that are always there, those that are always doing great things to make sure that Biafra come. I greet you. I salute your courage. I salute our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Eba, for the work he's doing, for the volunteer work that he's doing for the Biafrans, and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kukano, for the volunteer work that he's doing for the people of Biafra. I salute everyone that are there. The voting is time, the voting is money, the voting everything for this liberation. May Elohim reward you. May Elohim keep you. May Elohim make you to be steadfast in everything that you are doing. He said, we are going to listen to this voice of our leader, and I will tell you why the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is doing what he's doing today, and why he said the things that he said. Because you must learn a lesson. You must have to learn a lesson. It doesn't matter how it's going to come. You must have to learn a lesson, because it's very, very important as a human being that you learn a lesson. Why we go to school is for us to learn. Why we do so many things is for us to learn. Why our mothers, our fathers, our parents raised us to be who we are today. They raised us to learn. And that lessons for those that jumped class. You jumped class at home and you jumped class in schools. So we are here to educate you more and to make you learn that lesson that you have been averting yourself from or dodging from. The truth is that you cannot shy away from it. You must have to learn. If you don't get sense, we'll give you sense from here. So thank you, Biafrans. I want you to listen to this voice. We're not going to be here for long. 20, 30 minutes, we are off from here. Listen to this voice. Then I'll play the voice of somebody, of one idiot. After which I'll round it off with the words of our Prime Minister. And we'll move and have at the back of your mind that the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile have declared his readiness to deploy some military personnel if the Israel army will be needing any assistance of any sort, that the Biafrans, who are the Jewish in this part of the world, are ready and ever ready and prepared to lay a hand of fellowship to them. So thank you so much and listen to this voice.
The army we have in Biafra land, the police we have in our land are terrorists in uniform. The army we have in Biafra land are basically terrorists. They are there to aid and to support Fulani Janjaweed with advancement to their country. And we are there to stop them, and we are stopping them and will continue to stop them. Police we have in our land are terrorists in uniform. The army we have in Biafra land are basically terrorists. They are there to aid and to support Fulani with advancement to the Atlantic Ocean.
Do you get that? The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra said, very long time ago, the army, the police, custom, navy, air force, whatever you have in Biafra land, they're all terrorists. They are all aiding and abetting the slaughter of our people. They are all aiding and supporting and shielding those they are full soldiers, those they are terrorists. They are shielding them. Mbo massacre is an act, is a terrorist act, is a terrorism act against Biafrans. Aba High School massacre is a terrorist act against the Biafrans. Enugu Emene massacre is a terrorist act against the Biafrans. What is currently happening in Olo, air bombardment and what have you, and massacring and kidnapping of our people is a terrorist act against the Biafrans. And who are the people that are being used to perpetrate this evil? Pulling down our houses and destroying them and setting them ablaze. Who are the people that are being used as an instrument to aid and abet this evil against our people? The so-called people you see in the uniform, either in police uniform or in the military uniform. They are the ones that are aiding and abetting, because this is the agenda that all of them have to systematically conquer the people of Biafra. For you to know why the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is fighting. What he's fighting is against the Nigerian terrorist state. He's fighting against the Nigerian terrorist state that aids and abets terrorism, that installs, integrates terrorists into the army and into the police. That is what the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is fighting. Fight against terrorists. ISWAP, Al-Qaeda in Maghreb, Boko Haram, all emanated from one people, all being sponsored by one government, and that government is the government of the Zoological Republic, Nigeria. And let me remind you one thing, that a general in the Nigerian army, former general in the Nigerian army said, I will have to bring the video for you. For those that have ears, but are not making use of them. For those that lack sense. That is why we are here, for you to learn a lesson. For those that have allowed their greedy envy and jealousy to overcloud their very sense of reasoning, for them to learn a lesson. Listen to this voice.
Stop it. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. The armed forces. He did not specifically say the police are not neutral. He did not say the army are not neutral. He did not say the air force are not neutral. He did not say the navy are not neutral. He did not say the custom officers are not neutral. He did not say the civil defense are not neutral. He told you that every personnel under arm, under the government of the terrorist state of Nigeria, the Islamic state of Nigeria, that they are not neutral. He told you that the arm carriers, those under arm, in any guise of uniform, that they are not neutral. Listen to it again.
Stop it.
Do you hear what he first said? He's telling these people that are seated here, stop your stupidity, stop your ignorance, stop your negligence, stop the politics you think that you're playing. Stop whatever they pick or the political career or ambition you want to protect. You have to stop it and first of all protect your life, which is the beacon of everything that you're going to be building anything on. Because once this life is being switched off from you, political career will be gone. Political ambitions will be thrown into the window, will fly off from the window. Anything that has to do with business interest will be thrown out of the window. Every activities will have to be suspended till eternity for that particular person. And he's telling these people that are seated here, thinking that these ones that are seated here, that they have common sense, that they can actually reason, that they actually have some brains in them. And he told them, stop it. Rest assured, my brother, you are welcome. I salute you, my brother, for always being there. He told them, stop it. The arm carriers are not neutral. Stop it. Stop your stupidity. Stop making jokes of everything. Stop playing gamble with your life. Stop gambling with your life. A lot of things have gone wrong. A lot of things are at stake. Things are after your life. And you are after how you will build your political career in the system of government that doesn't have anything to do with dignity, respect, integrity, and what have you. Stop dancing around naked in the marketplace. Sit up and secure your life first. But many Biafran politicians, those that you call your leaders today, that are your governors, that said that they are representing you in the Senate, that said that they are your local government chairman, those that are in all of them, the senators and what have you. The only thing they need is that thing that gives them sense of belonging. Whatever that happens to the land is none of their business. So how an azogodute? So onwe ife wuna mere an onye wuna na-azọta na nke ahụ gbasara onye a. Ndị Igbo si na ọ na-eme a na-azọ ana, onye nwe ji ana na-akọ egodu ji na ana. Degu nwa gbu aka wee na-achụ ife na-ata ala. Ehi nwudezierie o were umeru nni. Maka na ọ naanị ofeke amaghị ọchị nkịta, ofeke amaghị oge ji wee ke nke ụkwa. The Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile are calling on all of you on daily basis. He was on Twitter space yesterday in the evening. He had been making a lot of clarion calls telling you that there's fire on the mountain. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was on mic, was on radio for more than 12 years. 12 good solid years, non-stop. And still being resilient, saying that that thing he said from the day one, that is where he stands. All the things he said and all the things our Prime Minister have ever told you, analyzed in a lot of his messages that are all over the place. All the intels he gave to you, all of them proves to be 100% accurate and right. Our leader told you that the Fulanis are coming and the government of today will back them up. Is it not happening? It is happening. Did it happen? Are you seeing it? Are people being sent to RIP in millions? Just that the media blind envelope journalism of Nigeria can never report it. Even as we are speaking, as you're under the influence of my voice, people are being sent to RIP. People are being disappeared. Because of insecurity, no database, nobody knows that you're existing. So people disappear without anybody having a trace of them. And this is the type of place we say we cannot be. We cannot be a party. We did not subscribe to it and we cannot be a party to it. This man is a former general in the military, in the Nigerian army. And he came out to voice out in his old age. At least even though he was among those that colluded, joined forces with the former president Olusegun Obasanjo, also a general in the Nigerian army, joined forces with the dead man Buhari, also a general in the Nigerian army, joined forces with the former head of state Gowon, also a general in the Nigerian army. They joined forces together to send over 6 million children of Biafrans to RIP 1967-1970. And nobody raised an eyebrow. Everything that has to do with that genocide and that history was swept under the carpet. And everyone was acting as if nothing happened. Maka na ndị Igbo si nọ na-emeburu ozu onye ọzọ dịka ebu ukwu nkụ. Eburu ozu onye ọzọ ọ dịka ukwu nkụ ka ebu. None of the things that happened in Biafra land happened in Oduduwa land. Neither does it happen in the Middle Belt. Neither did it happen in Arewa. Neither did it happen in any other part. But we, the Biafrans, we saw hell. Our parents did. Our ancestors did. Many of them paid the ultimate price with their lives just to give us life that we have today. And when our leader, our prime minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, told you that we give a chest of life to every terrorist in uniform in our land, we are going to give them a chest of their life. That is what the prime minister said. And somebody that the devil is using will come to tell you otherwise. To tell you that why you will not fund the why you will not fund the BLA, the Biafra Liberation Army, the Black Marine, those that have taken it as a duty to secure our land, that we don't have IDP camps all over the place today. That's why you should not support them for your own security and the betterment of your people and your children unborn and your family, your loved ones. Why that you will not give them security is because that the prime minister have said is going to, as they have given the Nigerian terrorists in the uniform time to leave our land, that is going to give them a chance of their life. And they tell you for the fact that the prime minister of the Biafra Republic government in Ezra said he will give a terrorist a chance of their life, you shouldn't support your own liberation. One thing I love is that the Biafrans are smart people. Biafrans are people that know what to do and when to do them. Biafrans are people that understand the truth. Biafrans are people that follows the truth. Biafrans are people that follows the truth. But many other people wants to live in a terrorist camp where nothing works. Where absolute nothing works. Everything is in shambles. Everything is in disarray. Everything is not working. Nothing works. Your life, you're not 100% sure of what is going to be in the next minute. You're not sure of your life. That is what this man is saying here.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Everyone.
Stop it. Stop the pretense, because Nigeria are pretenders. Stop the pretense, you are dying. Stop the pretense, you that survived it yesterday, you don't know if today will be your turn. Stop it, you that Elohim have been saving, you've been having opportunity to survive it all this while. You don't know when you will fall a prey in the hand of these people that has the capacity to kidnap over 77 people, over 287 and counting, that kidnap to train passengers. Do you know how many people that the train of Nigeria converts? People sit on top of train. It's only in Nigeria that people sit on top of the train. Yes. And these terrorists stop the train and kidnap everybody there. The people that have these sophisticated weapons to do this are the people that the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is telling you that is going to give a chance of their life. That this type of a thing can never happen in Biafra land. And this man is telling you, a general, a former general, is telling you, stop your myopic understanding, stop your stupidity and come out of your cocoon and face the reality that this contraption are not meant to be. Stand on your feet and say no to where you're supposed to say no. And where you're supposed to say no is to say no to the terrorist tyrannical rule over your life for decades. Say no to the concussion that have been given to you by Britain. Say no. Say no to your children being sent as a sex slave to so many countries today. T.Y. Danjuma is telling you, say no. Say no to those things. Say no to dictatorship. Say no to people coming around and they butcher you, and the government of the day will tell you to go your normal business, that they are on top of the situation. And at the end of the day, nobody will be brought to book. But when you say you cannot, since you did not subscribe to this type of a union that you are opting out, they will come for you and they will send you to RIP. But those that are in the business of maiming, those that have an advocate that said that there will be no peace, that no school is secured until government gives a safe haven to terrorists, nothing happens to them. Those are the #1 citizens of the terrorist state of Nigeria. This man is telling you, say no, you that are ordinary person, and you that think that you're making money. It's only those that are alive that will enjoy money. You that are saying, is it now that I started my building? Is it now that I started my castle? Is it now that I started this? Is it now that it's my turn to? It's because you're still alive. Those people that are guiding you, that you say you have as your security, those are the people that T.Y. Danjuma is warning you over, telling you that these people collude, that they are not neutral. Hear it from him.
Stop
Let
it.
it not be me. Stop it.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral.
Every one of us must rise up, just like the Biafrans has risen up. Just like the middle belts are warming up as we speak. Just like a video that I saw that is in the media, that the brand envelope journalism of Nigeria have refused to air, that Oduduwa Nation have already declared their independence, that we all must have to rise in unison Everybody protect your father's house. Everybody protect your father's house. That is the only way to go. He said, rise in unison. You know, he's using a diplomatic speech. He's using a political correctness speech, but those that have not lacked sense, those that have already learned their lessons, we understand the figure of speech that he's using. That is sending you a direct message and indirectly telling you what to do. That you must rise and defend yourself. You have to stop your stupidity and your ignorance. Rise up collectively and defend yourselves. That the armed forces are not neutral. He didn't specifically tell you that is this police division are not neutral. He didn't tell you that is the headquarters of the police or the army are not neutral. He didn't tell you that is this present army general is not neutral. He said that the armed forces, every armed forces in Nigeria are not neutral, that they collude.
They collude. They collude.
Do you see the stupidity that is telling these people to stop? Hi, God. Do you know the worst thing that you will do? The worst job you will ever pick to do is to try to waken up the subconsciousness of stupid people. Those that have been drowned in their stupidity. Those that have been drowned in their foolishness. Those that have been drowned in their corrupt practices. Those that criminality has taken best part of them. These are the worst kind of people that we will want to waken up their subconsciousness, because their subconsciousness has been corrupt, has been damaged to the extent that you cannot salvage it. That is why the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra said that Nigeria is irredeemable. You cannot salvage it. Because the best part of their life has been corrupt. Nothing pinches them. This general is giving this general public, a very sensitive intel, giving them a very sensitive words that has to do with a threat to their lives. All they have to do is to clap for him as if he's just giving a speech. Somebody that is giving you a classified information. You're clapping your hand. What are you clapping to? When you should be mourning and crying and running away from every police that is around you there, you're clapping. You're clapping to your death and to your doom. To your RIP, you're clapping. Somebody is telling you, stop your stupidity. He started his speech with stop it. Stop it. He's telling these people, he's passing information to these people. Stop it. Stop your foolishness. Stupidity. Stop this ignorance. When are you going to stop all this nonsense? Diana, my sister, you're welcome. When are you going to stop all this nonsense? Stop it. That the armed forces are not neutral. Somebody's waking their subconsciousness up and said, rise up in unison and defend yourselves. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. And the best thing that this general public, this nincompoop here can do is to clap. And after clapping, every one of them will go home and say, why Danjuma, he said it today. Oh, he talked to the police and all the armed forces. He said that they are not neutral. He wants them to wake up and do the needful. That is what they will understand it to be. But it's literally telling you that the more you continue to depend on these people, just hear it from him. Hear it from him. Let it not be me that is saying it. Hear it.
They collude.
They are still crying, clapping. They are still clapping.
Armed bandits.
That the armed forces that should be defending the territorial integrity of Nigeria, number one, that the armed forces, those you call police that should be enforcing the law and the order of the country, all of them under arm, that they collude with the armed bandit. Who are the armed bandits? The terrorists. One of the generals that I played this video once, some time ago, told you that they should stop calling them armed bandits. Even this man, as a commander, as a general in Nigerian army, is terrified. Even in his giving, this is intel that is given out, he's still terrified, afraid. He's still afraid on how to say it. He still called them bandit. You're calling people that they should stop their stupidity, that they should wake up, that the armed forces are not neutral, that they collude with the armed bandit, with the terrorists. And if you continue to depend on them, your name will be RIP.
They kill people, kill Nigerians.
They kill people, they kill Nigerians. And the example is what you can see. Go to our media, social media handles, you will see examples. A proof. You will see Biafran youths, mothers, fathers, underaged, being butchered, sent to RIP for no just cause. By who? By the terrorists in the army that collude with the armed terrorist foot soldiers to maim and kill people that are on rampage in the north today. These are the people T.Y. Danjuma is talking about. He said they are killing Nigerians. They are killing their own citizens. Their so-called citizens. Those that call themselves a women in Nigeria. T.Y. Danjuma is telling you that these people you call armed forces, in whatever category you will classify them, that they collude with the terrorists, the main terrorists, and they are killing you. Rise up and defend yourself.
Nigerians, they facilitate their movements.
I don't know what else you want to hear. I don't know what else you will hear for you to learn a lesson. A former general in Nigerian army is telling you that the armed forces collude, that they are the ones facilitating the movement of the terrorists. That's why you see somebody like Sheikh Gumi gallivanting all over the place, threatening everybody, warning everybody on how to address terrorism. Terrorists. Giving the government that sponsors terrorism because they are in bed with them. Coming to tell if the government will not negotiate with the terrorists, that no school is safe. Because they facilitate the movement of these terrorists. And one of the generals in a viral video told you that these ones that are not with the military uniforms, that have not been repented and institutionally integrated into the Nigerian army, that they cannot deliver. That the only people that can deliver is through the Nigerian army. That is the only way they can deliver, through the police, through the custom, through the navy, through the air force and the what have you. And that is when they start trooping them into the army, because that is the only place they can stay and hide and deliver. And what is that they want to deliver? The conquest of the indigenous people in the contraption, the zoo, taking over your land, giving it to terrorists to stay and plan their jihad against the world and the entire Africa. This man is telling you these people are not neutral. They are killing you. You are being disappeared on daily basis. And you hear what that journalist, that filmmaker from Israel told you, that anyone that challenges the status quo of these jihadists, that you will be disappeared. Once you talk about freedom, you'll be disappeared. Just like they disappeared our leader from Kenya, kidnapped him, extraordinary rendition him to Nigeria. They would have silenced him if not Elohim. And the nya wife na ata loka gunwa nwa mbeku na awara ogodo mmiri riri enyi. Warning na bihu na aka ekpe, but you're not listening. You want to see onye ruo sị ka ọ bụrụ ya, ọ bụrụ gị ihe mewudogono. Ọ bụrụ gị ihe mewudogono. You will do nothing. You will do nothing. Just nothing. A man have left his comfort that the terrorist state hates because they hate seeing you being in comfort. That's why they're not comfortable that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is living comfortably in the UK. They're not comfortable that Mazi Simon Ekpa is living comfortably in Finland. They're not comfortable that the Biafrans are living comfortably in Biafra land without anybody hurting each other. They have to send their terrorists into the land. With no provocation, they will start raining live bullets on the youths, on the people, because they have an agenda and a plan to execute. And they need every means. If there's no provocation, they will create one, just to give them an avenue to send you to RIP. That is what this man is warning you from. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warned you from. That is what the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is warning you from. That is what every genuine Biafrans have been warning you from. But you will not listen. The only thing you want to hear is what you want to hear. But the Biafrans are telling you today that you must learn a lesson.
They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die.
Hey. If you are depending on the armed forces, when you say, oh, terrorists are killing us in the Middle Belt, when they were crying on them to the army, crying to the police, crying to the Navy, crying to all of them, Air Force. Orton cried for 8 years and nothing happened. Orton gets nothing in return from his crying. Agatu massacre happened. People were massacred in Agatu in their numbers. That you see tons and tons of trailers carrying corpses of indigenous persons of Benue State. And every one of them wept, groaned, and get tired of crying. They weep and mourn to the extent that they could not weep anymore. And nothing happened. No army came. No police. No navy. No air force. No custom. No civil defense. No security of any kind came to the rescue of these people. They watched them. They facilitated the movement of these people and make sure that the indigenous persons of Benue were sent to RIP. And they continued. That time that the herdsmen, the Fulani cattle horror, because these people are literally raining horror on the people of Nigeria. Those that call themselves Nigerians. And this is the madness that the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in Ezra said, if you bring this madness to Biafra, that gone are those days that you come and you conducted the Mpo massacre. Those days has come and it have gone. Gone are the days you come, you conducted the Aba High School massacre. Those days has come and it have gone. Gone are the days that you come, you conducted the massacre in Emene. Those days has come and it have gone. Gone are the days you go into our bushes, into our farms, and you wreck it. You carry your cow and you wreck it and rape whosoever that you saw there and butcher people. Gone are those days you send people to RIP in our land. That he will give. The Biafra Liberation Army will give a chest of life to every terrorist in our land. Because they are not neutral. They collude with the armed bandit, with the terrorists, and they facilitate the movement of the terrorists themselves. They will want them win-win. You're welcome, my brother. I salute you, Machineke. You're welcome. They collude with these people. And these are the people that want you to keep on romancing. This man started his speech by telling you, stop romancing with terrorism. You cannot. I'm an army general. You can never romance with terrorism and survive it. Stop it. If it is an ignorant, stop it. If it's foolishness, stop it. If it's because of what you will stand to gain, stop it. Save your life first and save that of your family. Those armed forces are not neutral. They collude. And what their purpose and what their agenda is to make sure they send you to RIP. They facilitate the movement of those that came from Sahel, those that the former president that died in Saudi Arabia, that died in Saudi Arabia, in shallow grave in Saudi Arabia, said that the people that are attacking Nigerians are not Nigerian, are not indigenous to Nigeria, that they came from outside. And somebody that called himself a president came out to tell you this. Came out openly to tell you this. And everybody swallowed it hook, line, and sinker. Everybody. And this man came out and said, even if it's the last duty I did, even though I have colluded once in my lifetime when I still have strength in me that I would have channeled it to defend my people and fight alongside with the Biafrans. I channeled it to fight the Biafrans. But today I've realized my mistakes. These people are not neutral. They collude and they will kill you. That is their aim. And that is their objectives. If you continue to wait on them, you will all die. Why by why?
We must stop it.
You must stop it. He said, you must stop it. That you must come together and stop it. If you fail to do so, whatever that happens, you will bear the consequences alone. Whatever that comes out of it, when you're being kidnapped, in their hand. If you fail to take care of your stupidity and your foolishness and learn a lesson, because Biafrans are here that you must learn a lesson.
What we are doing, then
listen to this.
If you do not
believe in what we are doing, listen to it again. If you do not believe in what the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in Ezal is doing, get out. Get out. You're not needed. If you do not believe in what he's doing to give security to our people, get out. That is what the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, said. Listen to it again.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop. God knows we can never stop until Biafra is restored. We are peace-loving people. We abhor death and killing of another soul. It's in our nature, that's how we are. But because of that, they have been coming and killing us all these years. We've kept quiet. They've been killing and killing and killing quiet. We have a case at the ICC. We have a case at Africa Union. We have a case at what else again? Pending before the UN in New York. We've been to Geneva to tender our case. Before UN, till today, nothing. In fact, the more we complain to them, the more they come to abduct and rape our children, the more they come to kill us.
Do you hear that? T.Y. Danjuma told you that these people, they collude with the armed bandits, the terrorists. That the terrorists in uniform collude with the terrorists that is not on uniform, the full soldiers, the non-state actors. He said they collude with them. And our leader told you, in as much as we are peace-loving people, we are the only people, that call human being the beauty of life. Mother, mankendo. That in as much as we love life so much, we don't hurt people. But anybody that wants to capitalize on that very thing, that we are peace-loving people, we don't hurt people. Doesn't matter what you do. And you want to capitalize on this, to come, you kidnap, you rape, you maim, you send people to RIP in our land. That it is not going to continue like that. And that is what our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is doing today. To make sure that the security of the Biafrans are very tight. That they can no longer come and they will kidnap, kill, maim. And we'll be crying to international community, that the days we cry to international community have come and it have gone. And we never come again. We can never cry to international community anymore, because we are defending ourselves. The government in exile and the de facto government in homeland are defending our land through the army of Biafra. They are defending our land. The border security of Biafra are very tight. That nobody can mess around with us anymore. And that is the way it's going to remain. It doesn't matter how you want to do your shenanigan. It doesn't matter how you want to. You can do all that to your own peril. You can do your propaganda. It is your own expense. It is your own expense. The Biafrans has made their decisions. That you can no longer come to our land. What you did 1967, 1970, you want to repeat it in this 21st century. That is never going to happen before our eyes. And let me play for you the voice of our leader, of our Prime Minister. And then we'll round up. Of a disservice. At all cost. That our lives, our properties, our children must live
on
in safety.
Facebook. Ask autopilot. You can be autopilot.
I don't want to listen to this man. Just listen to our Prime Minister.
And we have also made sure that those of our people who think that the government is just a shambolic one. In their various communities, there has been peace and tranquility, while other people in Nigeria are facing extinction, including displacement, going to IDP camp, killing them, abducting school children, killing women, and all that. They are all happening all over Nigeria. It is only in Biafra territory that that is not happening. And I'm telling you, any day they try and abduct anybody in mass in Biafra land, believe me, I will not say what we're going to do, but we know where to hold them. The time has come that you must be speaking very bold. Do not be scared of your enemy. The invasion of Biafra land must stop.
Did you get that point? The invasion of our land must stop. T.Y. Danjuma said you must stop it. You must stop it. It's only in your hand to stop those that have come to send you to RIP. If you do not stop them, they will stop you. Failure to stop them, that stops you. But if you stop them before they get to you, you will live to tell the story. Our Prime Minister said we must stop them. And that is what it means for somebody to defend himself. Manning up to your responsibility. I know that this life is once. But if you want to, the worst thing is that the Fulani don't even know that you have a political ambition. They don't know that you have a political ambition. Once they come for you, you are a gunner. You will go and have your political ambition in the grave. Honestly. You will go and have it there. In the world beyond. That is where your political ambition is going to land you. If you fail to hear and listen to this one and learn a lesson for once. Biafrans, why we are here is to do one thing and one thing alone, to protect the Biafra people. That is what the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is doing. He's not doing it for any self-gain. He have a lot of things to do, but he sacrificed his precious time, his life, to give you freedom. And this freedom that he's been talking about for a very long time, some people, even as we are speaking, have not voted. You're still waiting for the armed forces to come and defend you against the terror. Will be the one to come and send you to RIP. Our people are dying for lack of knowledge. Many, due to they are cowards, their cowardity will increase. But those that have been choosing for this very cause, because some persons have been choosing for this very cause. Those that have been choosing for this very cause are standing very tall and saying enough is enough. That we must stand up on the gap and win victory for many other people. So, Biafrans, it is time. Everything you must do it to support the Biafra Liberation Army. The Biafra government in exile. You must do anything, whatever it takes. The protection of our land is everything to us. And you must fall in the right side of the history, being among those that supported the protection of our land. Because if you fall among those that supported the sabotaging of our land and taking over of our land by the terrorists, history is not going to be kind with you. That is the message I brought for each and every one of us this evening. If you lack sense, you must have to learn a lesson. You must have to learn a lesson.
The terrorist checkpoint in Biafra land must be disbanded. Let me tell you, it is something that is going to take time. We're not saying that it must end in one day or in 1 week. It is.
This has been an age-long something. Let me ask you, if anybody tell you that what is happening in the terrorist camp of Nigeria today will be happening, will you have believed it? You did not believe it from the onset. Would you have believed that the Biafrans will secure their land, that there will be no IDP camp just as it is in all over the place in the north and even in Yoruba land? You wouldn't have believed it. You did not. So when the Prime Minister is telling you that a day will come, you will wake up, you will not see any terrorist checkpoint in our land, nor their camps that they call barracks, that you will not see it again in our land. Many will look at the gigantic, because to a coward, everything is a mountain. Everything is mountain to a coward. Everything is mountain. The truth is that the terrorists in our land are being chased. They are being given a chest of their life. It's not business as usual. Not business as usual. Any of them that hears the name Simon Ekpa, they piss in their panties. They pee in their panties. That is where we have gotten to. No more writing letters to the UN. No more writing letters to AU. No more writing letters to all these useless organizations and institutions that has no business with human rights. They will tell you, oh, we are the bedrock of human rights, we are the beacon of human rights, but there has no business whatsoever, any respect for any human right. If all these organizations of the world that claims ownership of people's life, that are politically correct, that wants to be politically correct when people are dying, if they have any respect for human life, the genocide that happened in Biafra land is enough to say enough is enough. These people are well to do to be a nation. They are a nation before British came. They should go back to the way they were before the British came. But no, due to their cowardness and their criminality and their corrupt system, they will want to politicize everything and play politics with your life. If you're dying, it is your business, because it's not them dying. It is you dying. If your children are being kidnapped, it's not their children. It is your children being kidnapped. So if you relax in your home and praying to them and crying, they see how you can weep. They are enjoying it because you are a lesser human being to them. If you now rise up and do what they did, what they will be telling you is, Osin, to be a man is not a day job. I used to hear him say that when I was younger. But now that I'm now a man, I understand those words, every bit of it. I didn't need him to come explain it to me. I have a first-hand experience of everything that he have ever said. So when these people are enjoying the freedom that they have today, they fought for it. They know what it means to be a man. And you that have not grown to be a man, they'll be looking at you when you're asking, hey, man, we need freedom. They'll be looking at you as a boy, as a child, as a toddler. They'll say, if they give you freedom now, what will you do with it? Freedom, you pay for it. Men that are enjoying freedom today, many of them paid with their blood. They paid the ultimate price for it. They paid ultimate price for it. and they want your own to be given to you at a platter of gold.
It is something that's going to take time. We are fighting a terrorist government that has billions of dollars.
Is anything different from what our Prime Minister is saying and from what T.Y. Danjuma, former general in Nigerian terrorist army, said? He said you have to stop these people and stop your foolishness and your ignorance and your stupidity. Rise up in oneness and stop these people. They are not neutral. The armed forces you're looking at are not neutral. They collude with armed terrorists. And their job is to aid and abet these people, and they are the one facilitating their movements. That's why these terrorists can kidnap over 400 and something people and go away without any of them being caught. And it did not just happen just once. It is something that is reoccurring on a daily basis. And you are living in a country that you are a citizen. I'm sorry for you. Biafrans are not cowards. We know what we want. And the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is going for it. And that is where we stand.
And so far, so good. Systematically, as you can see, we are defeating them. And the defeat will continue. So, my fellow Biafran, the 2nd of December declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra is very sacrosanct. We maintain it is very, very sacrosanct. The ongoing self-referendum is very important, that you stick and make sure that your people in your villages, in your town, participate in the voting. We need as many number of votes as possible in order to legitimize or to, to validate the actions of the government. We must get a reasonable number of votes, and we'll have time. Those states that are yet to receive their tablet, especially the electoral officials, you're going to
receive yours. The voting is very, very important. Do you know what this vote is going to do for you? It is going to go further to tell, coupled with a sit at home on Monday, every Monday, coupled with series of sit at home that we have observed, 2 weeks, 1 week, 7 days, 4 days, 3 days, sit at home, 2 days, sit at home that we have observed. Sending this signal to the international community, our readiness. These actions are the things they need to see. Not you coming to disturb them with letter. They can write too, but their writing did not give them freedom. They can speak and cry, but their crying did not give them freedom. What that gives them freedom is when they rose up and say, enough is enough. And that enough is enough is what the Biafrans has risen up to say, and nothing will make us go back from it. Thank you so much, Biafrans. I will be ending this program here. I pray that this network continues in this line. If it is like this tomorrow, we're going to come up and continue the propagation of our gospel. We are never going to get tired. If they have waited for us to get tired of saying this one thing, we are never going to get tired, because our lives depends on it. Our freedom, our lives depends on it. On this Biafra, our lives depends on it. On this Biafra Republic government in exile and homeland, de facto government in homeland, our lives depends on it. If we lose sight of any of these, the terrorists will gamble with our lives. And that will not happen, not in Biafran soil. I salute you all, Biafrans. I salute your courage. I salute your doggedness. May Elohim continue to bless and sanctify you, and keep you, and guide you, and keep you safe, more especially in this critical moment. May he raise his countenance, the light of his countenance, to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May he shepherd you. May he spread the wings and shield you. May he envelop you against every odd of the enemy. May he bless whatever you lay your hands to do. Amen. Thank you so much for always being there. I wish you Biafra. That is all I can wish you. And that is the best wishes anybody can wish you. Thank you for always coming. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And click on that notification bell that whenever we come up live, you'll be notified. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Good night from here.